All right, now we're back. Hopefully you were able to see everything happening in that Ocean Currents Lab demo and return to Amplify. Go to Chapter 3, Lesson 2, Activity 3 to answer the questions regarding that demo we should have just watched. So what is it that the water represented? Basically, just drag the answer. So if you think it's the continents, put it there. The sides of the tank represents whatever. So make sure to do that and then click on next. At any time when you're watching this video, feel free to stop it and then go ahead and do the steps and then hit play again. On the second part, you decide which claim is correct here based on what you just watched. And if you need to rewatch the video, rewatch it. You can speed it up. But prevailing winds, that represents me blowing through the straw. Do they cause the ocean currents to move in the same direction as the winds all the time, some of the time, or none of the time, basically? So click on one of these three and have an explanation. I can't stress too enough. It's important to have an explanation. You all are in 8th grade. You need to explain your thought process. Capitalize and punctuation matters, okay? And then hit hand in. Once you've done that, I would like you to go to 4. Lesson or part 4 has you doing some homework. And it's important that you watch this because it's not real clear how to do this. So the directions are right here, but you can see them in the sim. So I'm going to go to the sim, but it doesn't seem to be working. Oh, there it goes. Maybe it's one of these that I have up. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. It'll come up soon. Here we are in the sim. Hopefully you saw where I clicked. It was that link on the last page. But the directions are right up here. So if you click on instructions, this will pop up. And you can move it out of your way. But it's nice to have here because that allows you to see the directions while you're doing it. So the goal is to show what determines the direction of ocean currents. For you to show that. So these are the things that you need to do. It says note the direction of prevailing winds. The prevailing winds are shown in white. So this is a prevailing westerly, just like in the real world. There's a wind going north of the equator. The north equatorial current is headed westward. So there's a wind right there, and there's a current right underneath that wind. And likewise here. I'm going to choose over here just because I want you to work on this area when you do yours. So I'm going to do mine over here. But the directions say, note the direction of the winds. We just noticed that. Model some currents that would be affected by the winds and continents. Show where the currents begin. Here's how you do it. You grab this thing. And my dog Blue says hello, so I'll have to take a moment and talk to her. Sorry for that interruption. So I'm going to model a current right here. So this is where it's starting. You can start it anywhere. It's very often circular, so it doesn't matter where you start. But I'm starting here at near the equator, and it's flowing this way. But when it hits this, it's going to go either this direction or this direction. And I'm just choosing for it to go this way. So I'm going to have it swing down this way, and I can pull this way. And in fact, I'm going to pull it over here, and I'm going to pull this one this way. And then I'm going to put this one down here, and I can swing this one out of the way of the, so I want to say it does that. Okay, so that's my current. So that's step, well, jeepers, I don't like what does that. That's step 2. Step 3 says complete the information about your currents with the energy transfer arrows. So if I click on this star, we get this. And in order to edit this, we need to click that. And it gets bigger. So this is kind of wonky. I don't like the way it looks. It looks green on mine, but this is supposed to be sunlight. Here's the air above the ocean in this area, and then here's the ocean in this area. And we need to show some arrows. So if I click on this arrow, it's asking me where do I want it? Well, this is energy incoming from the sun because we're near the equator, and we want to make it big and long because it's going from the sun all the way down to the surface of the water. And then the water is going to heat up and it's going to transfer its energy to the air. So I need an up arrow. So I'm going to put one here. Okay. And once again, if you notice, we're real close to the equator, so I need to put some temperature readings. The water is going to collect a lot of sunlight energy and convert it to heat energy, so it's going to be pretty darn hot. So I'm going to put this hot there, and that's going to warm the air directly above it. So I'm going to grab a thermometer, and it's not going to be as high as the water, but it is going to be high. So I'll do that. So that is the information we need for this one. If I click here, does that work? It does not work. So had I flipped it around here, this would not look the same because there's not a lot of energy in the water over here. So just think about that when you do it. So I completed the information about my current with the transfer arrows, and I've added the thermometers. And it says, drag currents. So you can do this with more than one. When you're all done, you want to take a snapshot of this. So that's not where I want to be. I'm going to hit pop. And but do that in this area. I have at least 2 currents showing. And when you're all done, click on the hand in button. Once you hand it in, it will be all done. And that's it for today. So thank you, and thank you for your hard work, and hopefully you had a good day. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.